Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So in this one we are going to be unboxing the MX Master 3 for Mac. So this is a mouse that should work pretty nicely with my MacBook and with the iPad as well. And I'm really interested to see how this performs compared to something like the Magic Mouse. So a lot of people came across to this channel, I suppose, because of that Magic Mouse video and found that although it looked nice, it was definitely a case of form over function. It was just quite uncomfortable to use and the gestures and everything weren't great, to be honest. And it just seemed like a device that had really been designed to look fantastic, but in reality just was a bit of a nightmare to use. Now, this is currently on sale on Amazon. We picked it up for $59.99, so it's actually a pretty decent price. But you can get the standard MX Master 3, which would work with Windows, and that also includes a Bluetooth dongle as well, so that way if you do want to use it with multiple devices, you have that option there. In reality, the differences between these two things aren't massive apparently, so actually if you can get them for the same price, or if the one for Windows is cheaper, you may as well pick that one up because this isn't going to offer you too much. However, this is about £40 cheaper than the other one at the moment, so it's definitely worthwhile us trying it out. So let's put it in there. So realistically, I wanted a mouse that was comfortable to use and that worked nicely with my iPad and also my MacBook. So let's have a look. Ooh, okay, so pretty kind of easy unboxing there. So what have we got? So some instructions, USB Type-C to USB Type-C. That is nice. I was expecting micro USB. I'm sure I read in some of the reviews that it had micro USB, but that is nice. So Type-C to Type-C. So if you have, obviously, one of the right now current gen MacBooks before the new ones have come out, you've then got that to plug it in there. Let's pop this aside. So here is the mouse itself, and straight away it's built for the human hand. The thing that I really disliked about the Magic Mouse was it was so incredibly low profile that it always felt like your hands and your fingers were just kind of dragging along and it was uncomfortable to hold. This straight away, it feels sculpted to the hand. In fact, like your thumb isn't dragging there. It's raised up enough that it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Obviously, this is literally just the first impressions. Now, on this thing, so obviously you have your standard mouse layout. So you have your left and your right click. Also got sort of like your central button here, and then your mouse wheel. And oh wow, it's an interesting noise. I don't know if you hear that. Oh, that's I'm gonna have too much fun with that. USB Type-C charging on the top here, and guess what? It's in a place where you can actually use it whilst you're trying to use the mouse as well. So you can have this plugged in rather than just using it on Bluetooth. So if you are worried about latency and stuff like that, then you've got that. One thing that I really like about this, in all the descriptions, you have this sort of side scroll as well on here, so you can use that with your thumb, and that's going to be perfect for, obviously we do a lot of video editing, and it would be nice to have a mouse where I can kind of scrub through my timeline, zoom in and out on it as well, and just not have to kind of use the trackpad all the time, which would be quite nice. And then you've got your secondary buttons as well, so like your back and forward, so that'd be quite nice. Now, one of the benefits of this, obviously you can connect it via Bluetooth, but it also is easy apparently to switch between different devices. So if I wanted to use it with my iPad, for example, I don't have to go into the pairing on here and then pair it up that way. And then if I want to switch back to the Mac, I should just be able to press and hold this button here, and that'll switch back to the Mac instead. Then if I wanted to use it with another device like a Windows PC, I assume this will work, I'll then be able to quickly switch across to that. So it's up to 3 different devices that I can switch between just on the fly by pushing and holding that button and switch those profiles. So I think that's a really neat feature, especially for people who do have multiple devices and you are working between like an iPad, a Mac, or maybe a Windows PC. You have that flexibility. So let's peel this off. Ooh, okay. Here we go. So yes, you can power it on. Obviously you've got your button here as well just to switch between the devices. So let's see if it's got any battery. Seems to. We are in pairing mode 1. So what should let's try the iPad first. Okay, yep, there we go. And we are instantly connected. So can scroll. Now obviously it is Bluetooth, so I'm kind of expecting, the iPad has this weird, as you can probably see on the screen at this moment, just infinite scroll or an elastic issue, which is a bit bizarre, but at the end of the day, it works as I would expect it to. So if we go to Chrome, for example, there we go, we can then scroll through the website. Just that weird thing there, but at the end of the day, it's usable. It's what I'd kind of expect. Pull all the way down, get my menu up there as well, so perfect. Now let's pair it up with my MacBook, and we'll see how easy it is to switch between us. Okay, so I'm just going to load up a Final Cut now just to see kind of how well that works. And okay, that works as I would expect it. So using this kind of side wheel here with my thumb, I'm able to scrub through kind of the footage that's on screen there. So I don't know if I'll be able to catch that on the overhead camera particularly well. If I tilt it up, I guess maybe I can. Pop that there. So obviously using it like so, I can then scrub through the footage, and then I can use my mouse wheel, I assume, to zoom in and out. I guess I'll have to set that up. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm after from a mouse. Just purely being able to use something that's more comfortable than just using the trackpad all the time, just because it does put some strain on the hands after a while. Now let's see how easy it is then to switch back to the iPad. There we go. So straight away, literally pressing that. So we are now at the moment connected to the iPad. And now I am connected to my MacBook. And then I can press it again, and I'm connected to my iPad. That's pretty fantastic. So literally as easy as that. If you've got 3 different devices, you decide you want to quickly switch over to that, bam, press that, and you're on. I'm on my MacBook. Press it again, and I am onto my iPad. I like that. So all in all, I've got to say, usability, and obviously this is our very initial unboxing. I like this. I really like this so far. And if you are after a mouse to use primarily for like your MacBook and your iPad, or I guess any devices really, you want something that's comfortable and easy to hold, and it has those features like the ability to quickly switch between devices, this is probably not bad in terms of its usability. It's priced, like I said, at the moment it's priced at $59.99. It's normally up between £90 and £100 or dollars, just bear that in mind when you're looking at it, but it feels really comfortable. It feels like a mouse that I would actually want to use pretty much all day long. Fits the hand really nicely. I've got relatively large hands, so even though it does kind of get dwarfed a little bit, it's by far a mile away better than the Magic Mouse. So we will have a full review of this coming in the future as well. So if you are looking for a mouse that you can use with your MacBook, your iPad, or other devices similar to that, make sure you head over to the channel to catch that in the future. Probably going to be in about a week's time, but I've got to say, so far, the initial impressions of this compared to something like the previous Magic Mouse that we used, it's night and day. This is a productive mouse. It feels so much more solid. Granted, it doesn't look as sleek and nice, and if you're wanting to have something that's really small that you can slip into a bag or maybe a laptop pouch, you know what, this isn't it. Look, it's a thick beastie in comparison to something like the Magic Mouse. It is big, and I guess it's relatively heavy, so if you want something that looks absolutely gorgeous and is really slim and sleek, then maybe the Magic Mouse is for you. But if you want something that you can actually use for, I guess, a relatively long length of time, and it doesn't cause you to have hand cramps or any of those issues, this already straight out of the box is looking like the device for us. So, hope you've enjoyed that video. If you've got any questions at all about this device or anything you want us to find out about it or answer in our full review, pop those down in the comments below and we'll do our best to find that out for you. In the meantime, hit that like and subscribe button because it just helps the channel to grow and it gets YouTube to show this video off to more people. And we will be back in the future with some more awesome content. Bye!